Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's racing show is brought to you by Dan Henning Micro Sprint Wings and Cage Kart Wings, Chad Rack Construction, and also Brody Manning Motorsports. So tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, let's get these drivers warmed up. Let's get them on the track. Let's get this green flag ready to rock. Tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, hashtag one on YouTube, we have with us um, Mr. Mack Leopard. Welcome to the show, Mack.
Hello.
So, Mac, let's talk about your racing career. Where did it all start for you?
I actually started in quarter midgets when I was about 10 or 9.
Okay. So, when you first started out, were you scared to get behind the wheel of something that crazily fast?
No, I was always around like four-wheelers and like kind of like just motorsports and stuff and just I guess when I was like 10, my dad found a quarter midget and he just started running me in the cars and we just ran a bunch of laps.
Okay. So, when you started running a bunch of laps, how long before you got up to full speed and you were like, man, this is an adrenaline rush?
I mean, I feel like I've always been up to speed for a while, but I'd say once we got into it really a lot, I'd say maybe 12 when we started getting and traveling a lot.
Okay. So, Mac, when you first started out, did you have goals in mind that you had set for yourself? Hey, this is what I want to accomplish in my career?
Yeah, I've always wanted to win the national USAC national in the quarter midgets, but we got out quick and on the ground like 1 year there. But then we went to micros. We're running with Chad Boat right now, and I'd say my goal for that right now is just pretty much win anything I can.
Okay. So, Mac, so did you achieve a lot of your goals then that you had set?
Yeah, because we were doing pretty good in the Midwest. We last year, yeah, last year, we ran around a lot. I think two championships last year, Midwest Thunder Championships, which was good.
Okay. So, Mac, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, Mr. Oliver Schultz. Oliver, you got some questions for him tonight.
I do. Um, so what is your racer number and how'd you kind of go along with picking that number?
Four. So my first number was 14, and it's just my birthday. Like the day, like June 14th was my day. Like I was born that day, and so that's what I chose. And then now I'm at 87 for Chad Boat, and Chad always wanted like his numbers to be in like the 80s, so I just chose 87.
Okay. So when you get older, do you have any cars that you would like want to race?
Yeah, I would love to race a midget with Chad, a sprint car 410, and dirt late model and a super dirt late model and a pavement late model.
Okay. So is there a driver that you kind of like through your racer career you've kind of looked up to?
I'd say Kyle Larson.
Okay. Um, so um um I guess Josh, you got anything else? Sorry, I kind of
Yeah,
drew a blank.
yeah, not a problem. So, Mac, with your racing career, what's an awesome day at the racetrack look like for you?
Um, Qualify first, win my heat race, and win the feature.
Okay. So when you win your feature, Mac, how do you, okay, how does it feel as a driver to win a feature race?
Just feel something like just an accomplishment, like just something you did that, and everyone around you helped you, and you achieved that.
So, Mac, how do you celebrate your victories then?
Um, um, I don't know. I just kind of not much. Just I win, and then I just get back on the plane and go home, pretty much.
Okay. So Mac, what is your favorite thing about being a race car driver?
Favorite thing about being a race car driver is probably going fast, really. Just
Okay, okay, okay. Oliver, you have any questions for him?
I do. So do you like through your racing career, um, what would you say is like the biggest thing that has changed with like your driving style from the first time you started to now?
when I was in quarter midgets, we'd always have to be super calm and just really like small movement with the hands, just like that. That's all you do in the quarter midget. Now in a micro, it's completely different. Now you got to be just quick on the wheel, fast in the dirt micro.
Okay. And then what's it kind of like as a kid kind of racing up against adults and stuff like that? What's it like?
In the beginning, it was tough because I started late, but just another driver pretty much.
Okay. So outside of like family members, do you have any people that kind of help you out with the car every single weekend?
Like, are you talking about like a race car driver that helped us out?
Um, I mean, I guess just anybody in like the pits that like just kind of helps out like consistently with getting the car set up.
In the beginning, yeah, Ultimate QM helped us a lot during the quarter midget seasons, and they gave us a lot of setups, but and then right now Chad Boat, yeah, but that's really it.
Okay. Um, yeah, that's really all I got. Josh, you got anything?
Yeah, I do. Mac, so who do you have for sponsors on your race car nowadays?
So Joe's Landscaping, Maximum Restoration, Ryan Johnson Trucking, Champion Equipment, and Miami Valley Concrete.
Okay. So how do you thank your sponsors at the end of the year, Mac?
At the end of the year,
Yes.
um, so we put something on Facebook, but we're trying to figure out like we're trying to get someone to help us with that because we know, but we don't know what we're doing yet.
Okay. So Mac, are you presently looking for more sponsors for your racing team?
Yes, yes, always.
Okay. So how does people get a hold of you if they want to sponsor you?
Through my Facebook, they can just like
Mac,
message me on Facebook. Yeah, Max and Mac
Mac,
left.
Mac Leopard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sponsor Mac, reach out to Mac Leopard Racing on Facebook because he'd appreciate the sponsors when he with his racing career. So, Mac, what is your favorite race? Give me a few of your favorite racetracks you've raced on.
Millbridge is pretty much balls to the walls there, and Florida was fun when you're just going down that straight forever.
Okay. So, what's your least favorite tracks you've raced on?
Hmm, I haven't got to that one yet.
Okay, okay. So, Mac, do you have a racing nickname?
Uh, in quarter midgets, it used to be Mac Attack.
Mac Attack. I like that. I like that. Mine is the Full Throttle Rockstar. So nice, nice to meet you there, Mac. So,
Yeah.
Mac. Okay. So, Mac, what's an awesome day at the racing shop look like for you?
Um, I'd say pretty much getting everything accomplished, everything organized, and everything set to go, and everything packed and loaded, ready to head to the racetrack.
Okay, okay. And you said that you looked up to Kyle Larson. Have you ever met Kyle Larson?
Yeah, his son Owen used to he raced with us at Port City, and so we and Indiana, we went to dinner with him. And I've always like before I watched his documentary and just seeing where he came from and just like how he's always ran dirt and like I think that's just really cool.
Yeah. So, Mac, we do something pretty spectacular for our guests. And I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to do something pretty spectacular for you. You're going to be in our seat. You can ask us some questions now. So we're going to toss the mic to you.
All right, putting a lot of pressure on me. All right. Do you do you guys race? Like, where do you guys race at?
I don't. I am just a racing show host. I've been a racing fan for 30 years. Oliver, on the other hand, he races. So yeah, if you Oliver, you want to chime in on this one? This question's for you.
Yeah, I started out in kitty carts up here in Wisconsin. And then we sold that, moved on to four quads, raced that for 2 years. And then I raced flat track carts for 4 years, and now this is my first year in sport mod, Northern Sport Mod.
That's awesome. Do you have any big sponsors?
Oliver?
Oliver,
I
sorry.
I well, this year we kind of are just trying to, since obviously it's my first year in a sport mod. Mostly our sponsors are just kind of like we got probably one or two sponsors. I don't know them off the top of my head. They're more just kind of friends. But the racing show does have a few sponsors that help out with this.
That's great.
Yeah, and we're always looking for sponsors for the racing show. Always.
Yeah, it's true. So how did you guys get Josh, how did you get into racing?
How I got into racing, Mac, is ever since I was like 6 years old. This is the sport I gravitated towards. It's just like my go-to sport. It's like, this is a lot of people have football, baseball, stuff like that. This is like the number one for me. Love the smell of racing fuel. Love being around fast cars, that type of thing there. And like I said, it's just a sport I gravitated towards. And back when I was like 6 years old, I used to watch NASCAR quite a bit when like the likes of Tim Richmond and Earnhardt Sr. and Davey Allison and Alan Kulwicki were on TV, and it's just like, man, this is awesome stuff. Well, then when I first started watching dirt racing back in the day, I was watching like World of Outlaw stuff, and Mac, my World of Outlaw sprint car driver was Doug Wolfgang.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you ever race?
I never raced at all. Never raced at all. Like I said, just racing show host, and I always dreamt of working in the racing industry at some capacity. And we kind of found this guy that created this, and this is kind of my niche. So yes, yeah.
Um,
So
you go, you
go
go.
ahead. So Mac, what do you do for fun outside of racing?
Um, Golf. I hang out with my friends, work out, and I race a lot. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So talking about golf, have you ever played frisbee golf?
Kinda. I kinda have. A little bit.
You ever come out here to the Midwest? Look me up because I'll tell you what, I play frisbee golf all the time. We can show you some pretty awesome courses to play.
All right. I will.
Yeah. So, do you have any other questions for us, Mac?
No, no. I think I said them all.
Okay. So, Mac, is there anybody else you would like to send a special thank you to helping you get this far with your racing career?
I just like to thank my family because that's pretty much who my sponsors and my family actually, because that's who's gotten me here.
Okay. And Mac, do you have any crazy stories you'd like to share with us about your racing career?
Um, yeah, I have one crazy story of me catching on fire at Florida. Forget where, I think Bullring at Florida. So I started 10th and we didn't do too good in the qualifier. So I was starting 10th and I think we were running for like 3 grand that race. And I'm like just going crazy on the top, hitting the rev limiter before it gets in the corner. And I feel it like bogged down coming down the straightaway. And then I go to the next straightaway. It bogs down, blows up. So like as big as like the car, the fire is so big. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is huge. And I threw my steering wheel and I got out. It was crazy.
Wow. Wow, that is pretty crazy. Didn't get hurt at all, did you?
No, no, thank God.
Okay. Oh, yeah, thank God on that. Yeah. So, 410 sprint car wise, do you have any tracks that you can say, hey, you'd like to check off your bucket list to run 410 sprint cars in?
Eldora.
Okay. So, if you ever run 410 sprint cars, you need to come out here because we've got Houston's and Jackson Motorplex out this way, along with Knoxville, Iowa.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
that was
Definitely.
that was my next.
Yes. So, Mac, we would like to thank you for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career, getting to know you a little bit better. And I'll tell you what, Mac, I'm gonna call you a little bit to thank you in person. Towards the beginning of June, I'll probably have you back on here again to kind of give us an update as to what you're going on with your racing career if you'd like to do that.
All right, that sounds
Yeah,
great. Thank you very much.
thank you. So, Mac, we'll have you step out. We're going to do a quick racing news update, and we will call you here shortly. Okay?
All right, see ya.
See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mack Leopard, micro sprint racer for Chad Boat Racing on board with us tonight. So we'd like to thank Mack Leopard and his racing team. If you'd like to help Mack out, like I said, and be a part of his fan list, go hit up Mack Leopard Racing on Facebook. So, Oliver, do you have any racing news updates for us there?
Just oh, there we go. Um, Not really, no. Just kind of NASCAR season is just kind of doing its thing, and that's really all I got.
I do. I did hear, Oliver, that Denny Hamlin won at Bristol over the weekend. Is that a fact?
I believe it is. Yep.
And Kyle Busch struggled again. I don't know what's going on with Kyle Busch on that deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that really pains me just because now that he races for my grandpa's cousin, but um
yeah.
hopefully that 8 car can get it back rolling. I think I mean if you just look at Kyle Busch in the past, he's always find a way to get at least one win in the season. So I think we're gonna see that 8 car make a comeback.
And I'll tell you what, they've got some kind of extreme race this coming weekend in the IndyCar series, kind of an exhibition race. We'll see where that goes. It's I can't think of what the name of it is, but I'll tell you what, I've heard a little bit about it this week, and they're going to do some testing come up this week, and then this weekend they're going to race on Saturday. It's some kind of racetrack that's like 3.5 miles long. So we'll see. I don't know what this is all going to be out. Be like.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be definitely very cool to see, and I think my biggest thing with a lot of racing series is just kind of keeping that you know that like with any series the same track over and over again sooner or later kind of gets a little bit boring. So I think as tracks and get added and stuff like that, I think that we're gonna see racing grow bigger and bigger.
And also, NASCAR is going to, I believe, the Circuit of the Americas this weekend. So we'll see where that goes. And then also, I see on Newswise, Tony Stewart struggled a little bit in Top Fuel Dragster. So hopefully he can get things figured out there also.
Yeah, I mean Tony Stewart really races everything, so um, I think he can probably get figured out just like Kyle Busch. So
And also, World of Outlaw wise, Gio Selzy won at Texas over the weekend, and he is the new point leader for the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series. So we'll see who wins this World of Outlaw Sprint Car Championship.
yeah, we'll have to see that. Um,
Yes, yes,
yeah, but that's
yes.
really all. That's really all I got.
That's all I got too. So let's close it out together. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank all of you for watching this racing show with us tonight. Talking to Mac Leopard, have you guys listened to our racing news that we got going on? And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to sponsor a racing show or be on a racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-7138, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good night from the Josh Nolan and
Oliver Schultz, Full Throttle Race Drill, #1 on YouTube.
Have a good night, everybody.